Well, how are you? How are your feelings about your next concert in Mexico tomorrow?
Yeah, the feelings are really good. The two shows I did last year here were really electric. So I'm happy to come back and play in such a quick time. I think it's even less than a year. Maybe like 10 months later to play for a second show is good and to keep my promise with the people.
Nice. So I just want to ask you a few questions about your new song, because in your song you talk about the disconnect that exists today between sex and intimacy, and how sometimes we can share our bodies with someone without sharing our souls. So, what led you to write about this topic? What is born from a personal experience, or it's a reflection on what our generation live today?
Yeah, it's both because it's I think we like all in it, well, not for everyone, but I've certainly had like my own experience with this disconnect. And I think it's really common for our generation. And so it feels really true to say this and to say, uh, in this song, it's saying that this is, could be some trouble. And then it also, I include myself in it, it's to say that it's me too. And so we don't have any judgment for each other, but like it's something that we can all be aware of. But this is, I'm sure, something that is even a long time. It's been like this, but it's really obvious now with our consumer culture.
Nice. So, you call love and unanswered questions in another interviews. So, uh, why do you think this remains an unanswered question, and what made you ask it again?
This which question?
You call love, it's an unanswered question.
Love is an unanswered question.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think because we're always still learning about it, for ourselves. And I think like in this song in particular, uh, you can sometimes use like love as a person. You can personify, like turn it into, that's why in this song it says, "Where does the love go? Have you seen her? Have you seen her around?" But I think that we are lucky sometimes with music in particular, you get to experience a lot of love from your art. And there's some very special moments that you get your answer when you're connecting with the people in the crowd, or you're connecting with in your personal life with your loved ones. And so we just have to keep, when we go off course, we have to keep connecting and answering the question.
nice. And in this version of the song, you also sing in Spanish. Well, Castro sing in Spanish, one of the most romantic language in the world. Um, did that have anything to do with choosing Castro as your partner in this song?
Well, yes, I think that Spanish is a very romantic language. And I think that this was like a opportunity to work with Castro. I have a big passion for two languages, one song, because I think it's a really good way to bring and promote peace
Yeah,
between different people. And it's a great, and I think if you can bring two cultures, two language together, I think it's really special. And so already once I was lucky to collaborate with Vitor Clay in Portuguese because he's Brazilian. And this
yeah,
was my first Spanish collaboration. And I think in some way, the Where Does the Love Go song was the one that was received in Latin America. When I released this song, it was received really well. And so we thought this was this made sense, it was like the right flow to do this. So I'm really happy, and I look forward to singing this version in the show tomorrow.
nice. And about you said about peace, in this song, you talk about love as a synonym for peace. So maybe you do it in a poetic way, but we are currently facing violent times. Would you say that art and music have the power to change the world?
Yes. Yeah, I think I think we are all changing the world, whether we believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I think that art and music has always been a way to give a message with a feeling. And when you give a message with a feeling, sometimes you can understand it better. And so I think that even in this, small gesture to make this song, and try and have and celebrate together the two languages, I think is, even though it's a small gesture, maybe people feel a little more together. And yeah, more than ever, I think this is really important. I think wherever we can make a impact with art and music, whatever that passion of the impact is, we should go for it. I think it's really important.
Nice. And about the Latin American public, it doesn't matter if it's in Spanish or English, because music is an universal language. So, what part of your music or your sound do you attribute the love that Latin American public have for you?
Hmm. It's a good question. I think that when I did my first shows, also there's a big Latin American community in Australia.
Yeah.
And so I'm already aware of how um excited people expressing themselves, I feel you guys are. That's my assumption. And when I come to the show here last year, my assumption seems correct. And I think my show has a big upbeat energy. And I think that this is a part of your guys' culture, singing, dancing, celebrating is a big, strong part in my assumption. And I think that's the way we connect together well.
And about your time in Mexico, what do you think of the Mexican territory and people? Have you been here a long time or?
I have not, I arrived last night
Yeah.
from Miami Beach in Florida. And yeah, I love it. I really do. Straight away when I got to arrive here last year, the first time, it was became like my top five favorite city in the world. And so I'm just very happy to be here. Take a coffee. I made some friends last year, and tomorrow we go for a run through the city. So we go exploring, take more coffee, go for a run. So for me, this is my experience everywhere is that my big celebration is like go for an exploration, have some coffee, have some food, play some music.
Nice.
And I'm very happy to do that here. We really love being here.
So thank you so much. That's all for me. Do you have anything to say? Anything else to say?
I just want to say, muchas gracias to everybody who in this small time has been arriving at the shows and this year again already arriving to another show. I feel very lucky for that. So thank you.